Yellowstone volcano eruption, monster blast will tear out guts from America. Yellowstone volcano is a dormant monster waiting to erupt and violently tear America apart, just like Godzilla, a prominent scientist has warned. Yellowstone volcano is the biggest natural disaster threat facing the U.S., and scientists are in awe of its potential destructive force. Fears of Yellowstone roaring back to life were heightened following the release of a report outlining the risk of supervolcanoes erupting in the near future. The report, dubbed Extreme Geohazards, Reducing the Disaster Risk and Increasing Resilience, found a 10% chance of a supervolcano somewhere on Earth erupting by the end of the century. In the wake of the dire volcano report, renowned physicist Dr. Michio Kaku warned Yellowstone volcano was an untamed beast waiting to let loose across America. Dr. Kaku told Fox News, "Forget the image of Yogi Bear representing Yellowstone. We're talking about the sleeping Godzilla underneath Yellowstone, that if it erupts in a maximum eruption called Category 8, it can literally tear the guts out of the United States of America. Instead of having 50 states of the Union, we would have 30 states of the Union. Now that's Category 8. This report looked at Category 7, which is much more likely, once every 1,000 years rather once every 1 million years. That means in every century there is a 10% chance that somewhere on the planet Earth there could be a supervolcanic Category 7 eruption. That's the danger." According to the theoretical physicist and professor at the City College of New York, scientists know of 3 major Yellowstone eruptions in the past. These Yellowstone blasts occurred respectively, around 0.6 million, 1.3 million and 2.1 million years ago. Each of these super eruptions were large enough to spew monstrous amounts of volcanic material and ash across the U.S. Dr. Kaku said, "We have the evidence of a gigantic eruption that is sufficient to tear the guts out of the USA. So this report has to be taken seriously, but hey, don't sell the store, don't panic, we don't expect it to happen in our lifetime." The good news is, there are no current indicators Yellowstone is ready to blow up anytime soon, despite the dire volcano report published in 2017. However, the scientist said eventually the law of averages catches up to you and volcanologists have to constantly monitor Yellowstone for signs of activity. Should Yellowstone pop with a Category 7 eruption, Dr. Kaku said the blast will be significantly bigger than the devastating eruption of Mr. St. Helens in 1980. The incredible eruption in Washington state, U.S., was the single biggest volcanic eruption on the U.S. mainland since 1915. Dr. Kaku explained, "Category 7 will be many times the size of Mount St. Helens, enough to cause widespread destruction across a state, but not enough to destroy the USA. But still, it's something that we have to take very seriously now. Unlike a meteor from outer space, where you get no warning whatsoever, we get warnings. If you see movies like Pompeii, you know that there are days, in fact, weeks of eruptions building up, crumbling inside, underneath the pocket of lava. So there would be enough time, several weeks, to begin evacuation if and when such an unlikely event were to take place." Yellowstone volcano was monitored around the clock by the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory branch of the United States Geological Survey, USGS. The USGS is a scientific agency of the U.S. government, tasked with monitoring and studying many of the U.S.'s geological features and natural hazards.